John.
Good morning, Ron.
Good.
What's happening?
Is it morning? I don't even know.
Well, morning in my life.
In your life. Well,
yes.
I don't even know if you have morning.
I just blend right into the afternoon.
You just keep going. Yeah,
yes,
it's like
yes. There is no morning. It becomes night, then it becomes afternoon, and then it just all keeps
just
going.
A vicious cycle. Yeah, because you're on the phone with China all the time and trying to get.
Yeah, one would think my morning probably starts at 3 a.m., but to me that's my nighttime because then after that I go to bed.
Right.
So yes, mornings kind of blend together here a little bit.
Yeah, well, but when you're in Fargo, though, your mornings are a little bit more defined.
Yeah, my mornings are more defined in Fargo, yeah.
In China, where your mornings, because you haven't been there in 3 years now. So.
2 years. 4 trips, 2 years.
Yeah.
It's pretty sad.
It is very sad.
I was there October 2019. I missed April of 2020, October 2020, and then April 2021, and now October once again.
Yeah,
so
amazing stuff still gets done.
It's been a challenge, I will tell you that, but
hopefully
it gets done. You know, last year it didn't seem like nothing got done. I mean, we missed a whole, basically, wholesale summer there with everything being sold out and everything, so it was kind of bad. So
yeah, well, you got stuff coming in.
We got stuff coming in now. We're trying to restock and keep on going, so we'll see what happens.
And some of the stuff you got in, fountains. Overlooked fountains. When you think of fountains, what do you think of? You think of like kitties, or do you think of...
Well, I think of fountains... when I hear the word fountains, I just think...
Not Bellagio.
No. I think of the Vatican, no. No, when I hear fountains, I basically kind of think of a more of an inexpensive way to keep the kids occupied as the grown-ups wait for the nighttime to fall so we can start lighting reloadables and aerials.
Right.
So, and I treat them the same way at the dealer show. I always tell people, I don't want to bore you guys with these long fountains, but they are nice for safe and sane states and safe and sane homes. But basically, I'm doing those fountains before, just keeping the crowd, enthused.
Right.
Before waiting for darkness instead of me just talking or telling jokes, which
it's an inexpensive way to keep the kids engaged. And it's safe, relatively safe. I mean, it just a little bit. Some of them have crackle. Some of them spew out ground flowers, or some of them just colors, and some of them are. What's a typical fountain? 200 grams, 300 grams?
200 grams usually.
200?
Yeah. I mean, you could buy 500 gram fountains, but I just think that they're kind of really overrated as well because for the price that you pay, basically.
Right.
So you can get you can get more smaller fountains that basically do the same thing for less duration, but you have more things to light, more things to look at. And like I tell a lot of parents with young kids, the young kids can see the fountain right in front of them. They lose the visual sometimes when it goes up and down.
Right. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you got the firework on the ground right
there. Yeah, the little kids can they're just mesmerized by it. But when it goes up in the air, it's like they don't know to look up or they lost it, especially when you have young ones.
A fountain is just an aerial that just doesn't go up.
Doesn't go up, yeah, so it wouldn't be an aerial. Well, it'd be a ground reel.
A ground
reel.
It's a fountain, is what it is.
Yes.
Fountain. What's that noise? Do you hear it?
Oh. No.
The chair's
it's not there. It's your chair.
Oh, nice. All right, I'll stop squeaking.
Yeah.
All right, so why we've gotten you here today, though, we figure we go over what you think are your overrated fountains, or fountains that a lot of people seem to like, but you're just not sold on them.
Yeah, as you know, I mean, I sabotage myself with this YouTube video saying overrated fountains. I should be like, nothing's overrated, they're all great.
Well, but your least favorite.
But no, I agree. There's some that I think they're overrated, and I basically steer the people away from it, I should say. Steer the people away from it. That ask my advice, because I think there's a lot more fountains out there that are better for that type of budget.
Yeah. So first on the list.
First on the list is Geyser Fountain.
Yeah, you don't like Geyser Fountain.
Well, I think of Geyser, I think of like impressive and really a cool fountain. So I do like the name. That's why I bought it. Once again, watching videos and not going to China has made it more of a challenge for me because I'm more of a hands-on type of person. So the Geyser Fountain, I'm like, oh, that's cool. Geyser Fountain I think it comes in a 4-pack, small cone fountain, which, we don't see too many cone fountains anymore. We mostly see the...
Take a look at the package right there.
Yeah, nice packaging.
You got a green, blue, red, yellow.
Yeah, so I kind of like the packaging. I like the name, so I thought these would be, and the cone fountains are good. I've seen some very good cone fountains. So these cone fountains in particular, I thought would really be good. I like the packaging, and the video looked pretty good. But in person, I think the geyser fountains are really, really too short and just not enough bang for the buck, in my opinion.
Well, let's take a look at one and see what it does.
See.
This is, I don't know if this is a red, blue, green, or yellow, but let's see it. So we have the timer there on the side. Let's see. So yeah, it doesn't do anything. Is that all it does? Nothing special, really, right?
Nothing really special. The height is very low. I understand it's a small fountain, but I just feel that, you know, it could be a little bit better. I've seen better.
So when it's a cone like that, is that it?
Yeah, see, that was it. 24 seconds.
No, a little bit more.
Is that the second one or is it the same one?
I think it's the same one. Is it staged?
Some are, some aren't.
Okay, there you go. So when
see, that was two different
was that two
fountains.
of them?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was two different
So they're
ones.
20, 30-second fountains each. So
Yeah.
when it's a cone like that, it's hollow in the middle because it's a cone, right?
Yeah, basically a single stage.
Yeah. So does that mean like all the powder and everything is like between the wrapper and the cone, right? It's all.
Yeah, and most of the time, like even these bigger cones, it's just in the very top. So once again, you're paying for all the air.
Got it.
And the appearance-wise, so I think if you're going to pay for air and appearance, you might as well fill it up as much as you can, and you know, just make it like crazy big. I like cones that shoot 12, 14, 15 feet in the air. You can make them. You just have to, you know. Right. And I don't mind spending money on a cone because I really don't like the the multi-shot cone, because as you see in maybe happens is you'll see like dead time and then it'll flare up again and then dead time and it flares up again, which I don't really like that. You know, and I think like for weddings and stuff, a cone fountain, quiet, all one stage, when the bride and groom walk down like an entryway and all the cones go shh. I think that is really much impressive.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So there's certain reasons.
So there's reasons I like cones.
Right, but not for like a holiday or for your 4th of July party.
Yeah.
You can get more bang for your buck somewhere else.
Yeah, and I like cones, but they got to be big cones. You know, they got to fill them up.
All right, let's take a look at your number 2.
Okay.
This is we'll call it SH happens.
SAT.
SH happens. All right, so this is Canon, but you just told me Canon's out of business?
Well, it seems to be that way. They're certainly not too responsive. They're not getting back. They've lost most of their help. So
take a look at the label. So this one would sell, I think, because of the label.
This one did sell because of the label. I bought it because of the label, and it was a good fountain on video. And it's not really a bad fountain. I was expecting a little like kind of snake at the end to come out.
A snake at the end? That would have been fun.
To make it look more like,
yeah.
That's what I thought it should have in it, and I would have done it that way.
Is there like anything illegal that you can't put in a fountain? I'm assuming you can't fake a fountain and put aerials in it or something.
Well, no. Well, then it would become an aerial. That'd be a cake. we want to. Well, you know, a lot of times they'll put mines in a fountain, which are cool because then you get more of an aerial type. I mean, you have Garden Spring, which is a fountain, and then it comes into an aerial. But I mean, I like the mines in fountains because then you kind of like all of a sudden, from the ground up. That's kind of surprising. And then I think a snake in the end of this would have been kind of a surprising thing.
Well, let's take a look at the video. Let's see.
All right.
We'll describe it. So I love the label. I mean, there it goes. There it is again. Oh, we got the timer starting too soon. There it is. So
so it shoots up pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's better than the last one, certainly.
Yeah. No, it's not a bad fountain, and the price is just, it's okay. The price isn't bad on it.
Well, it's just a little overrated. I mean, it probably at the end of the day, the reason why it sells is the label.
People are buying for the label.
Yeah.
Once again, it's got crackle, like so many of them do. You always try and look for something a little bit different, a little more unique.
Yeah, it's pretty much cookie cutter fountain.
Yeah.
Let's see, and it's multi-stage.
Yeah.
So this is multi-stage. So this is, rather than having a cone with just one stage, this is more of a cake.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. A lot of crap.
A lot of crap. And then you'll see, I think in the next stage, you get some dead air.
Dead air, I mean, there's a pause between one report and the other.
See, like now you think it.
Oh, that was it.
Okay, that was it. So there was none. So I think maybe it was in the next one that we had some dead air.
Yeah. So the next one, we'll take a look at next. So the next one, I don't know if I've ever seen this live, but the next one is by, who's it by?
By Winda.
Winda.
This is Puzzle Cube.
Puzzle Cube.
Winda is a little expensive, so for a Chinese company.
Well, so then that would be the reason why we would say this one would be.
So I think it's, the packaging looks kind of cool, like a Rubik's Cube. I thought it would be a little bit better. I think this is the one that had some down air time.
So it's got gold willow, flashes, cherry, and laser flowers alternating with 4 groups of colorful dancing around blooms. So this one,
and I do love
there's going to be a little ground blooms coming out of here.
I do love the ground bloom effect.
Yeah.
I thought it was a little bit too early in the Puzzle Cube, but it is in 3 different times.
Okay.
So I do like that, but see, it's kind of like watch this little crackle.
Yeah, it starts off a little.
Kind of starts off a little weak.
It's not bad. It's 5 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, and then it stops.
See, there's a little dead time. I do like that.
Well, there's got to be the dead time to get the ground moving.
Yeah, I do like that. I thought it perhaps was a little early in the fountain, but then it did come out in 3 stages. So
right. Yeah. So we're pausing again. There you go.
See, that's a little bit more dead time, and I like it when it starts up before the other one ends a little bit. But not bad. But once again, throwing out little sparks here and there. Nothing really crazy major.
Yeah.
I don't mind the quietness of it because I know some people are tired of crackle like I am.
Right.
And here it comes out the 3rd stage.
The ground bloom with the crackle.
Yeah. And I think I like the ground bloom at the end the best. But
keep me awake.
Yawning. See, fountains put me to sleep.
More ground blooms.
More ground blooms.
Yeah, a little bit more. Well, this one isn't bad. I mean, but it's just overrated when you said that when
you get the price and everything, and
you feel there's other things you can spend your money on. So, a little bit more ground bloom.
Because you got ground bloom fountain by Winda, which is the same thing, a lot cheaper.
Okay.
You have other options there that I think are just as nice. For the money, but that's how fountains are, a lot of it, because fountains are more for children, they go after packaging,
right,
as in every firework, but it's definitely a good fountain. I just think for the money there might be some more options.
I think the important thing to remember is, and that's the great thing about fireworks, because, maybe this year might be different, but typically there's so much variety.
Yes.
And you might not like these. You might think they're overrated, but someone else might just love these because, I love crackle. I love that or whatever. So you can, there's so much available for everyone that it's one man's, fat is another man's lean. Or whatever the saying
at the end of the day, they're all good. I wouldn't buy them if they weren't good.
Right.
But some really impressed me more. And then, of course, impressing me would be more like, wow, this is a great fountain and it's a great value. You know what I mean?
Right.
And and growing up, the way I did, not having a lot of money for fireworks, I still look at value a lot, where some people are like, oh, this is fantastic. You know what I mean? Just like, you go to Tory Burch and you say, wow, or how about even Gucci? Wow, these shoes for $730, these are great. I look at that as insane, but it's just everybody's got different budget.
Right.
So Puzzle Cube, I love the Puzzle Cube. They don't care if it's $15 or $16.99 to them. That's a bargain. Where for me, I'm like, I'll rather get a cake for $16.99.
You get a decent 200-gram cake.
Yeah. But so that's why I call them a little bit overrated. But once again, my budget's not as big as some other people's budget when it comes to what they're going to spend on fireworks.
Yeah, there you go. Well, but again, it's just a variety, and one man might not like it, and one man might like it. Yeah. So, that's the thing about fireworks. There's so much available.
Yeah, there's available, And that's why we have quiet ones, we have loud ones, we have crackle. Like I say, some people love the crackle. You know, I've been watching it for so many years. I was like, I'm tired of crackle. When the crackle first came out, I was like, wow. I was like,
how long has crackle been around?
Oh my God, it's been around a while. But I never forget, I went to a fountain factory in China, and they showed me the first fountain like that was staged and crackling, and I was like, holy cow! I mean, it was like, bam, 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 bam. It was like our all-in-one eruption. You know, it was like that was so impressive to see that all over the place. I was like, wow. But obviously, that every fountain crackle. I mean, probably the worst demo I ever had was I drove probably about 2 hours at that time to go to this fountain factory. Uh-huh. And the guy had over 100 fountains picked out for me. And he was so proud.
What an evening that might be.
Oh my God. He was so proud to say that he does all the fountains for TNT and Phantom Fireworks. Now, if he would have told me that before I left, I would have been, you know what, skip it. I don't need to go to this fountain factory. Because as you know, and once again, not bashing the rich people, but I mean, they buy shapes and labels. They don't care what the fountain does. Okay. It could all, just give me so many triangles, give me so many squares, give me so many cones, give me octagons. That's all they do is pick shapes. They don't care what's inside of it, and they got their art team coming up with crazy, exciting labels or new names, and they have that kind of money. So when we started this demo, I think even he was so bored because they're all the same, one after another is the same. Even they start lighting like 2 or 3 at a time because it's like we're never going to get through 100 of them. It's so, and then some of these fountains are a minute 30 seconds, a minute 40 seconds.
Right.
Okay, so that's 100 minutes alone. If they're just a minute without any hesitation, and there's going to be hesitation.
You're talking over an hour and a half of fountains.
Oh my God, I thought I would die. So talking about funny stories, that was one of them. But I mean, but there again, it was the same over. It drove me crazy. And then I'm like, if I would have known that they make them for BJ Allen and for
who's BJ Allen?
Phantom Fireworks.
Oh, okay.
Bruce. If I known they would have made it for him and making it for TNT, I would never went because what happens is they take the fun out of a factory. They're just like, give me the triangles, give me the squares.
Well, right. They're buying.
And here's the price I want to pay.
Right.
So the factory owner he just basically buys cardboard and comes up with shapes, and then the same filler, just throw it in there, nobody cares.
Give me a label.
It's like when I design It's a Boy Fountain, It's a Girl Fountain, and then you just say, oh, well, we have these labels, put on this fountain. They don't know It's a Boy Fountain, what that even means, basically, unless they're told. But to them, it's just a label, put it on this circle. They don't realize, no, it's a boy fountain, supposed to be all blue. You know what I mean?
Right.
When I order from the factory, I specify. But when, a year later down the road, oh yeah, let's use this label, and we'll just put it on this fountain. They don't realize, no, this label has specific meaning. Mm-hmm. So when you do that to a factory, the labels have no meaning, the contents have no meaning. The only thing that has meaning to them is triangle, octagon, square, round, house, whatever,
right?
Because that's all they're designing,
right? Well, and then they're not really thinking. I mean, they're not thinking.
And they're on a strict budget. You got to make me 500 cases of this fountain, and I want to pay, $1.19. And that's all that's going through their mind is, okay, we got to fill this up, and that's it. So that kind of takes the fun out of it for the factory.
What are you doing?
Oh, good God! There's carbs here, Ron.
There's bread.
There's bread, but that's okay. There's no bread in there.
Oh, good God!
Yummy. And this is all on video. This is how you eat every day. This is how you eat every day.
I can't stop her.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to take one now. Can you watch me eat?
No, that's it. Well, that's it. We're done. Overrated fountains.
Great. Lunchtime.